some good Poppy Gel Punch. Who's ready to play Poppy Playtime Chapter 5?
I'm just here for the snacks.
Wait, we're playing Chapter 5? I haven't played the others yet.
What? How is this like the one thing you don't know everything about? Here, just watch my explainer video 10 times at like 50x speed.
Dude, you've been playing the same game for like a week. Haven't you beaten it by now?
Duh. I've actually won like a billion times. But it's Poppy Playtime. It's the best, most spookiest horror game ever.
What the heck is so great about this one, dude? It doesn't even look scary.
Well, sorry. You're not cool enough to be scared, Jagoober. But there are plenty of reasons that this is the most awesome, most terrifying game in the entire world. Allow me to explain.
Steven, you really don't have to.
Many billions of years ago, in the year 2005, you enter into the spooky toy factory, where you have to find all of your old buddies. But first, you have to get your grab pack so you can go around and give everybody high fives.
What's a grab pack?
Oh, it's like this hand toy thing that's like super stretchy arms and it like smacks stuff, you know, kind of like this. You meet all these wacky toy friends like Huggy Wuggy, you know? He's got like a whole bunch of teeth. He probably brushes those things like at least 20 million times a day. Huggy Wuggy chases you into like through some vents or whatever, but then he trips and falls into a ravine. Then he gets stepped on by a bunch of antelopes, and then like Simba walks over and it's like really sad.
Steven, that's just the Lion King.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you want to play the game, Mr. Scaredy Pants, and get your stinky pants scared off? No, I don't think so. But anyways, later, you meet Poppy, but she gets taken by the spooky pink spider lady!
Are you sure you're not making this whole thing up? I mean, it doesn't really sound that scary.
So you play Simon Says with Mommy Longlegs, and she's like a really sore loser, so she chases you through this really long tunnel, but her legs get stuck in a taffy puller. And do you know what flavor it's pulling? Me neither. But that's all part of the mystery, Parker. Scary. Then you and Poppy take a big train to Playcare, which is the most awesome daycare ever. Until you meet this big ugly guy named Catnap who farts everywhere, and his fart fumes scramble your brains! But once you got your anti-fart mask on, you can run around and turn on all the power in the Playcare, because you know what? Some goober didn't pay the electrical bill!
Steven, that was one time.
I was in the middle of a game, Parker, and you can't pause Fortnite! Then you have to get lunch with Miss Poppy and her big pink friend, Kissy Missy. She's kind of like Huggy Wuggy, but like way more beautiful. Don't tell her I said that. After that, it's the big moment, Parker. You got to fight Mr. Catnap! And it's not looking good. But then Catnap remembers he has a big dinner date with Mr. Prototato Head, so they get rid of all the stinky clouds and leave for the Applebee's. But when everything's like said and done and all the fart gas is gone, you and Poppy gotta take like the world's slowest elevator down to the super secret lab. But the cart is like way too small for Kissy, so she just kind of stays behind and orders dinner for the, you know, the Postmates. But then she screams! Something horrible happened, Parker! It's awful, it's terrible! It's the end.
Wait, what? The end? What happens to Kissy Missy?
We don't know, Parker. It's only chapter 3! But, like, if you ask me, she probably ate some bad Chinese food and totally blew apart a toilet, and now she's, like, stuck there forever. That's my guess.
You think all that screaming is her in the bathroom?
It's a dark game, Parker. Anything could happen.
Dude, that's not scary.
Ah! I told you, Parker! Anything could happen!
Poppy? Catnap? The prototype! Ah! I love Poppy Playtime!
Even more than rocks?
No.
Oh, okay. Should we start playing then?
Wait, what happens in Chapter 4? I need to know, Steven.
Okay, chill. Here we go. After you beat Catnap in Chapter 3, you will take the world's slowest elevator down to a spooky warehouse But Poppy stays behind to help Kissy Missy, who's screaming her butt off, probably because she's in the bathroom and ran out of toilet paper. You find a bunch of toys having a big slumber party that you were not invited to. Huh, rude. When you hop on a train and meet Dr. Sawyer, who watched too much television and now his head turned into like a big TV. I think that's how that works. I don't really know, to be honest. I don't know how that happened. He arrests you for not watching enough TV, and then you end up in a toy prison, which is like really gross, like 0 out of 5 stars. No hot tub, no Wi-Fi, and it's infested with nightmare critters that are trying to eat you because there's literally like no room service. Eventually you break out of prison because the security there is like also terrible, so the doctor plays fetch with his bestest boy, Yarnaby! And you're the ball. Except Yarnaby's kind of like, he kind of sucks at fetch too, so you just end up escaping deeper into the factory. Then you meet the bestest toy in all of Poppy Playtime, Pianosaurus! But he's also like the highest paid actor in the game, so he's only on screen for like 5 seconds before Doey shows up and takes him out to his trailer. Real bummer. So Doey helps you escape, and then you almost get smooched by... No, wait, I said that wrong. You almost get smushed by Prototype, but then Poppy and Kissy Missy come back and save you! But I don't think they wash their hands after the bathroom because, man, they look rough, buddy. Then you go to the Safe Haven, which is like the Fortress of Solitude, but instead of Superman, it's a bunch of beat-up toys. It's honestly like the saddest Toy Story movie ever. And that's when Poppy says she wants to rescue all of the kids down in the labs and use the rest of Catnap's fart gas to blow up the Prototype. Before you make the factory go all kablooey, Doey asks you to steal the OP Omni Hand from Dr. Sawyer to help fix the Safe Haven's power generator so they can finally microwave their popcorn. Also, Yarnaby comes back, and you don't have any dog treats, so he gets really mad and chases you around a giant vat of lava. I mean, hey, it's kind of like Toy Story 3. Then Yarnaby falls into the lava, which would have happened at the end of Toy Story 3 if they didn't have to make more movies. Eventually, you meet the doctor again, and he just, like, talks a lot. Like, blah, 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 doctor this, doctor that. But then all you gotta do is just slap him in the lungs a little, and he shuts up, so it's okay. You give his brain a big old high five, you get the Omni Hand, and you think that'd be the end of the chapter, right? But nope. You gotta go all the way back to Safe Haven, and Ollie's gotta help you fix the generator. But then Poppy makes you get some of her dynamite. I almost said diarrhea, because she can't do anything herself, apparently. And then Safe Haven explodes! But like, not like Poppy wanted it to, I guess. So now Doey's all mad at you, and you have to turn him into a popsicle until he chills out, like literally. Plot twist, Ollie was the Prototype all along! And you kind of helped him destroy everything, so whoops. And Poppy gets all mad because Prototype got to blow things up before she did, so she runs away, and Prototype uses the dynamite to blow you up, but you just fall through the hole all the way down into the labs, which is where you wanted to go anyway, so I guess it's just like a big old fat L for the Prototype. In the end, you just watch old Miss Rachel videos on VHS tapes, but those tapes belong to, oh my goodness, Huggy Wuggy! He's alive! So you lock yourself in a big refrigerator, and then the refrigerator farts on you! Button. But not really, because now it's time for Chapter 5!
I'm so ready. You do it, Steven.
All right, buddy, I'll be your Markiplier. Sit back and I'll explain what's happening. So Huggy Wuggy's still chasing you, and he takes your grab pack because he wants to get a jar of cookies on a really high shelf while you escape in the elevator. That hopefully doesn't leave the Colonel Sanders. Then you have to go through the toy morgue where you're attacked by the Outimals until you're saved by Gibbles. Giblets. Your new best friend forever. I always mess up his name if I'm being honest. Then he hides you from the Prototype and takes you back to his super gross, nasty apartment, which is about half as dirty as Parker's room.
Hey!
And he's like, oh, hey, I remember a super dangerous place where you can get another grab pack. And then, tragedy strikes!
Oh no, that's crazy.
Oh no! Is it Poppy? Is she okay?
Oh, she's fine. But you see, Braun, one of the bestest dinos ever, getting eaten by Outimals. This game is sick and twisted.
So it's just a big dinosaur?
I'm gonna pretend you didn't say that, for the sake of our friendship. So you get a new grab pack covered in dino spit, which is honestly like a huge bonus. Now you head to Sweet Street, but to get in, you need to watch Huggy Wuggy's old cringy TikToks, and they're like really old, like on cassette tapes. He's older than Parker.
Okay, come on.
But Huggy ambushes you. You already watched Miss Rachel without him, and now you're watching TikTok videos without him? Luckily, Huggy Wuggy looks great on camera, just like me, and he gets distracted by how beautiful he looks. So, you're able to escape to Sweet Street. But then you get ambushed by Lily Love Braids, who totally stole my Roomy wig. She takes you back to her dollhouse and forces you to eat crumpets to make you British.
I don't think that's the reason.
Do you want to run from Huggy Wuggy again?
Sorry.
So you get all the crumpets in the basement where you find Poppy and Kissy Missy again, but they're trapped inside hair jail because they refuse to bow to the Queen of England. So you try to free Poppy and Kissy to leave Britain and found America, but Lily Love Braids captures you and forces you to have tea. See? Super British. But then Lily's like, "Oi, governor, look over there. It's a prototype, isn't it?" So finally, you see his whole body, and he's got Catnap's arm and a sick Pomni hat. Poppy asks where the orphans are, and Prototype says he sent them all to a better place. So probably like a Chuck E. Cheese. Then the Prototype cracks Poppy's face. Then Lily tries to grab Poppy, and Kissy gets free and attacks the Prototype. Then you gotta run, because the British are coming, as Lily tries to capture you. But you escape after she finds out why Chicken Little was so scared of the sky falling in the first place. So you meet up with Poppy and Kissy in the chicken giblets and search you search for something. I'm blanking on the name, but Huggy Wuggy is back. And then a beautiful moment happens where he reunites with Kissy Missy, but the Prototype ruins it, like literally breaks their hearts. You fight him on a train, and then Poppy crashes the train, which is like the second time she's done that. Somebody should really take her train license away. You try to run away into the data center, but Prototype breaks your heart, and he dumps on you. Wait. And he dumps you into a delicious tub of goo. But Giblets is like, "I'm the only one who gets smothered in gravy," and he pulls you out. But Prototype has taken Poppy again for like the 1000th time. When does this ever get old? You finally find the backup. But plot twist number 1,000,000, it's the backup of Dr. Sawyer from Chapter 4. Dun dun dun.
Oh, too many crayons.
Anyway, that's Chapter 5. I think I did a pretty good job telling the tragic story of a dino that sacrificed itself for the greater good. In a way, it really is the dino story. Parker, what are you doing? What the heck? What even is this?
What? Do you think you're the only one allowed to pull pranks?
First of all, my pranks are well executed. Second of all, when have I ever pranked you?
Oh, come on!
I got you so good, you goober! I don't remember that, Mike, at all. Ah! It's the Prototype! Run, Anwar! Run!
Oh, this? I whipped it up while you were explaining the lore. I got inspired.
My beautiful face! This is the money maker! This is how I make money on YouTube! It's my beautiful face and now it's ruined! Descend into the dark. Subliminal messaging. Buy my book. Thanks, buddy!
Well now, this is a rather interesting turn of events. Hello? Anybody there? Oh, disgusting! Why do so many people watch videos on the toilet?